Guys, welcome back. And it's time to jump into what we are calling our Carnival Chat for this season on the show. Yes, when Carnival is here, we have a lot to chat about. And I have two of the finest to discuss all the bacchanalia that is Trinbago's Carnival. And I'm not wasting time talking because we have a lot to talk about. We're trying to do with a few issues in quick fire time because I have the expertise of Loop's finest, Laura Dowrich-Phillips. And next little is I-95.5's very own Sterling Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. No time for niceties and donkeys. So this week, there seemed to be what is a revival of the Soca Monarch product.
Yes.
Led by Miss Fian Line. Mrs. Fian Line.
Yes. Exciting.
Exciting?
Yes.
She calls a little bacchanalia.
Well, listen, she's a strong personality, okay?
She is.
And people either like her or they don't like her. But generally, the comments I've seen about her appointment as the new chairman of the International Soca Monarch are pretty positive. I think people are very hopeful, that she could make a difference and revive this event.
And it needs reviving still.
It does. And I think it's so interesting that it's Fayan who would lead the charge to revive it because for some people, the end really began when the big names like Fayan, her husband, and others decided they were no longer competing in Soca Monarch based on issues they would have had with the then management and so on. So, yes, it's a very optimistic time in that the numbers have been down in terms of the attendances. I hear the arena mayor, Lisa Julian Morris, has expressed an optimism that the semifinals will return to the Velodrome.
Yes.
So there's certain aspects of Soca Monarch that we have missed, I would say, including the hype. There was a sense that Fantastic Friday was
no longer fantastic.
Yes.
It lost its appeal.
Not that the competition necessarily did, because the stage presentations improved over the years.
Yes.
But it became more of a television product than a live product.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're going to have to determine at this point. Which of the two are we going to try and...
Which way should they go?
A mix of the two is fine, but there are problems with everything. I mean, in a classic Soca Monarch, you have at least 15 big flags. But big flags are bad for TV.
But big flags are what they are trying to bring back to Soca Monarch because they announced that they're bringing back the power and groovy categories because they want to bring back the energy that Soca Monarch is known for. And part of that energy are the big flags.
The posses.
The posses, yeah. So they have to find a way to manage that because you have to make it a television product as well because you have the entire Caribbean and the diaspora tuning in. Regardless of the state Soca Monarch got into in Trinidad, people are still keen on the event. So people still tune in to watch it. So you still have to find a way to package it for television audience.
One of the things, Laura, that I heard, and so you just hear the corridor talk when news breaks, and Fian Lions to take charge. And they say, but Fian and Bungie and Marshall and them crash the thing, they leave and they're gone, and now they're Fian coming back to, so she's coming back to a competition, and this is a competition that she turned her back on after thinking that it was no longer necessary for her own career.
Well, honestly, I think that people like her, Bungie, Marshall, Destra had reached a point in their careers where they did not need Soca Monarch. A lot of artists competed in Soca Monarch, wanted to compete on that platform because it helped them to get gigs abroad, it helped to increase their profile. These artists have been elevated to a point where they will get their gigs regardless, because they're so well established. And honestly, for me, the year that all of them came out, 3 years ago, when we had Voice, Fun, Freebies, 5-Star Kill, and Patinsky, second star in the finals, to me that was one of the best Soca Monarchs we've had in a long time because it was very clear that this was a platform to show who the emerging stars are. 3 years later, we all know these guys. They've been consistent in their delivery, their releases. They've been consistent voices at 3 times Soca Monarch. They're very well known. They have a following.
So is it what Laura is saying? Because so that's 3 years, let's say about a 3-year period of less hype and the Fantastic Friday. That 3-year period was probably for the emerging artists to come forward would we receive a return of the hype based on what Laura suggested? That okay, so Fayan and they would have gone out and stood and said, okay, I've done what I've done there. The hype dropped because all of a sudden no Fayan, no Destra, no
Because nobody
Kev.
knew these guys.
Right. So is it that okay? 3-4 years after now, the hype returns still on Fantastic Friday because we now have Nyla, voice.
And not just that, I think to be fair, even to Fayan, who, as we say, turned her back on the competition, what would have happened in their professional careers is that they would have done a lot more touring outside, whether it be the music festivals with Diplo or a lot more international experience is what they would have gained at things like South by Southwest and just these other developments. And I think Fayan is saying that she, because of her respect for the competition, is moving forward to try and save it, coupled with her experience, coupled with her growth, coupled with everyone's growth for that matter,
Yeah.
can perhaps do more than bring back the hype in terms of restoring the institution
Yeah.
that the title is.
Can I just defend Freyan a little bit here?
Yeah. And before you defend, the decision to bring her as or appoint her as at the helm, good one.
I think it's a good one. Before I answer that, let me
Defense,
go back to my
yeah.
defense.
Defense.
When you say she turned her back on the competition, she may not have been on stage competing, but she has been backstage supporting the artists who were part of the Ground Empire. So I remember actually the late Devon Matthews, when he did the journey, she was there, Bunchy and Bunchy, they were there. They had a whole tent set up backstage in the Arima Village room. She cooked a whole set of food. That's how I ended up paying 10 because
Right.
she had food.
Right.
So she cooked food and she was there. They were there supporting their artists. So I don't think, she may not have been front and center, but she was there the entire time.
All right, so interesting times. We look forward to what Fantastic Friday brings. And I suppose I mean, new leadership, new
Yeah.
direction, and let's see what happens. Quickly moving on, the evolution of the music. Music nice.
Got the music sweet. The music sweet.
You hear the road march?
No.
Mash up?
I ain't had nah.
Nothing in my shop, eh?
Nah. Family, come closer. That's a real big song, and I love Ragstorm. But I haven't. Have you heard the road march yet? I don't
I
think so.
try
You
not
know.
to be so sure. about
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
Early days.
I think it's early days. We still have some big songs. I was still saying dropping the road march, I want road march coming.
Yeah, but
So
there will be songs still to drop.
yeah, and I'm sure Marsha's still bubbling something in the studio right now. So it's early days. It's early
We still
days.
have 6 weeks to Carnival.
Yes,
at this
we
point,
do.
The evolution of the music is something I want to probably delve into this season, obviously. But when you listen to Soca 2019, um, is the music changing?
In the context of local, what I like is that there are whining songs. I felt as if
As opposed to jump on waves.
yes, and for me that's fundamental to the soca discussion because if you're talking about taking it outside of the realm of the African diaspora, where people have a different sense of rhythm and consequently move differently
Right.
and have to understand, we've learned to move like them. Our black ballerinas could compete with any French girl, but can a French whiner compete with a local? I don't know. The jury's still out on that. No, and until we
Laura,
can
tell him
find-
no. Tell him no. Laura, tell him
No.
no.
Well, I mean, well,
Dead in the water. French girl dead in the water.
What's up? I've seen some international girls.
Oh yeah.
I saw. I think Marshall introduced a girl from Slovakia in a clip the other day.
Yeah, she has some skills. Yeah.
The Japanese are kind of fast learning how to do it. But that's my interest in where the music goes, whether or not it is conducive to whining or not. And I think even the biggest hit that dropped last week, Dr. Mashup, whining song, very nice. For me, that's the change I like.
All right. Very controversial as well because Mr. Gypsy, I must admit, when the announcement came early in the season, earlier a couple of weeks ago, that the North Stand would be no more, it ruffled my feathers a bit.
Really?
Yeah. here on the back of the neck stood out. Because I grew up in the North Stand.
We all did.
So the
And
cherished memory.
cherish, yeah.
Cherished memory.
Every year I go in the North Stand, I remember 5 years ago, I remember 10 years ago, but so no North Stand shook me. And then somebody told me, accept change. It
Yes.
wasn't too much.
I think it was a good decision, actually, because the only time the North Stand is full is Panorama semis. Outside of that, barely have anybody in the North Stand.
You're cool with it.
Yeah, because it's millions of, every year I keep wondering, why are we spending millions of dollars to erect this thing and then take it down? Why are we wasting that money? It's not value for money.
You're cool with it.
My problem with it is short-sightedness. In that I want to go back to 2009 when everybody was in the road and there was a government policy that a home for Carnival was going to be built. Not a decision every year to spend 4 million on a North Stand,
Yes.
but to recognize that we are making a serious investment in Carnival and we want a place that solves all our problems.
Yes.
A stage where
I went back there in my mind too.
a
Carnival
stage where-
Center.
Yes.
So this idea about if to build it, if not to build it, to me, I'm like, what's your policy? What's your plan? What's your vision? Is it year to year? Is it dollar to dollar?
And that's how we've been functioning year
Yeah,
to year.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that is the problem I have, that you're
Right.
just spending this money every year, but you're right, we don't have a long-term vision.
So when I heard it, I said, because of what North Stand means to us, with me personally, and I'm sure thousands of people around the Carnival circuit, I was saying, okay, yes, it don't make sense to spend 4 million every year, but why not enclose this thing, cover it? We've been calling for a center. So let's pull the North Stand a few
Year
times for the
round.
year. Yeah.
You know, other islands like St. Martin, for instance, has a carnival village, a permanent carnival village
And we don't
where
have
they
a
have
permanent-
events all year long.
So something
So-
is wrong with that. Something is wrong
Yes.
with that.
Something is very wrong. We're
Can
supposed
you
to be the
get-
Mecca.
Can you get
Chairman on your phone.
Yeah,
Can you get the
I
chairman
know
on your
you're
phone?
speed dial.
I can. I can. As soon as the show is over. As soon as the show is over.
But Joel, okay, if we are to keep it in context too, I'd like to also make the point that, to me, central to whatever happens is at the Savannah, it is what is taking place on the stage. And I think that's one of the bedeviling aspects of that side of the Savannah stage, in that for us, many years ago, the North Stand was a place where media personalities, theatre people, then in the 2000s, it sort of got into this sort of corporate block
it did.
where you had to have your t-shirts and your day pass to get your food and your drinks, and it sort of changed the culture of the North Stand. It sort of formalized it, because that is what it was before. When Alison Hennessy, the late Alison Hennessy, used to be there with a pot of pale out from Dimanche, it wasn't that you had to have the money to pay, you just need to know them to
Yes,
get some,
yes.
you know what I
You
mean?
want,
It
you
was-
Yes.
want a little bit?
Right, you know
Yes.
what I mean? And it became a little formalized years later on, where it was now to the point where, okay, when you buy your ticket, you buy your band, you get your jersey, you do this posse, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue. And that too has sort of, in my mind, been part of the dismantling of the North Stand culture. Consequently, it's a line. So why are you putting up the stands to line? Because in my mind, there is a show taking place on stage that some people would like an advantaged position to view.
No, those people go in the grandstand.
No, but not everyone can afford the grandstand. Not everyone likes the grandstand. So the North Stand became that in the context of the fact that bleacher tiered seating is a better visual and experience for persons at what is still ostensibly a music competition and not a line.
For me personally, I wanted the best of both worlds.
Well, for me, it was a complete line.
I remember you telling
Yeah,
me that.
I've
I
said this
wanted the
before.
best of both worlds because I mean, I love the pan, but I also love a good lime, and
Yeah.
I said I go
Yeah.
and
No, so it was a party.
Yeah,
It was a party.
It was a party. So I'm 50% of the North Side, I think, was interested because I heard the argument that North Side was interested in the pan.
Right.
I would debate that at least 50%,
Yeah.
60% was interested in hearing the pan. When the pan playing, 50% of the North Stand stand up and want to hear the pan.
Wow.
Especially when Pan was playing the tunes of the day.
Of the day.
So I think when bands started going back to playing a sort of old song and things, people started to lose some interest, right?
Not in the grandstand.
No, the grandstand is serious.
Nothing.
That's serious. All right. So we gotta wrap up.
Yeah.
Pretty sure thing. I just want quick comments, right? No calypso in the Dimanche Gras.
I will miss that.
I would do.
Why? Why did this happen?
Because, well, they say because they found the Dimanche Gras, people weren't interested anymore. They weren't attracting viewers. They just want to make it into a show that they could package. But to me, back in the day, Carnival started when they crowned the Calypso Monarch.
And there's something quintessential of the Carnival King, the Carnival Queen, the Carnival Monarch,
Yes.
all being crowned at the same time, being photographed at the same time. There's just something about the tradition, the ritual that we like.
Yes.
I am all for change and accepting change.
Too much of it weighs down your pockets, so.
Yes, it
It
does.
does. It does.
And why are we throwing tradition just out the door? It's like we have no.
When we spend the rest of the year trying to argue to hold on to some traditions that we really do need to let go of as well.
I think we just need to determine what we want Carnival to be.
Yeah.
And then that,
So we're still figuring that out.
we still
how many
figuring out
years
how
it
much
is
million
now.
years later.
Wow. Laura
Yeah.
Dowrich-Phillips and Sterling Henderson joining me. They always carry me over time. The producers will answer why. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hope to see you guys back at some point. Really go to the
Sure.
I'll come just for the sausage rolls.
We
Oh
had
my
some
God.
sterling benefits from the sausage rolls that I gave to Aaron Duncan this morning. It was fantastic. Try the recipe on 20cooks.com. Come on back.